Hello everyone, I'm Matthew Thomas. This is Super Cool Radio. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm in a super secret location. I could not disclose where I had to fight off a bunch of birds that you didn't know are actually drones. But anyway.
Birds aren't real.
But I'm here and I got some great guests joining me at this time. They're a killer band from the South Bend area. Please welcome the Distractions.
Hey, howdy.
Nice to hang out with you guys again, and I will introduce everybody real quick. We have David on lead guitar and vocals. We have Kevin on drums, Jason on guitar, and Mark on bass.
It's Fowler.
Sorry.
AKA.
I was just messing with you.
Yeah. Sorry, I used their actual first names.
Legal names.
Yeah. But anyway, it's nice to hang out with you guys. I know I've seen you guys a few times at a few different venues across South Bend and Mishawaka, so nice to actually have you guys on the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I appreciate the equipment we're borrowing to create this podcast. We'll see how everything goes. But before we jump into talking about the Distractions, I know you guys played the 15th anniversary, year anniversary show. We're going to talk about that. Before we do that, as I said, you guys have been playing some killer shows lately. Who are some bands you performed with that people should check out?
Ooh, well, Happy Homes.
Yep.
You know, those are our buddies.
Yep. Local band.
Sure.
Semi-local.
Yeah, well, Elkhart.
Yeah.
Flamingo, Nosebleed, of course.
Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne. Oh, man. There's...
Dead Res from Chicago.
Yeah.
Dead Rest from Chicago, yep.
They're awesome. Man. Drawing blanks.
Sorry, I thought that was going to be an easier question.
Yeah.
We played so many shows with so many awesome bands. That was the whole thing. It's like trying to whittle that down to we got a pretty awesome scene here with River Rats, the Foleys, Superbike's pretty cool.
Superbikes, yeah, they're
that's a newer
yeah,
band.
they're new
they
kids on the block.
play
They're
our
pretty
last
badass. Yep.
They usually come up when I ask that question to the bands from the South Bend area. You guys are the ones who have not said they suck yet.
Oh, wow.
They say it as a joke, though.
Oh, okay.
I've interviewed Hourglass and New Age Premonition. They always say that as a joke. So, but I love
We have a
Super
good time with
Bike.
those guys. Nifty Skull from Fort Wayne also. Those guys are super rad. Played a lot of shows with those guys.
You play with them again.
Yeah, we played with them
Next
September
month,
18th or September 8th. You know,
So yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of great bands.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of great bands. Also, from this area, but also from Fort Wayne. Indiana's got a lot of cool bands. I know you guys have been playing quite a bit. Over the last couple of years. So a lot of cool bands they perform with. Definitely check out all of the ones they've listed though. So focus on you guys now. How did the Distractions come together as a band?
Oh man. So, Kevin, so I was in a band with the old bass player from Double Agent called Blacklist, and our drummer was moving to New Orleans, Tattoo, whatever. So, we got Kevin to kind of come in and try out for the band, and then maybe that didn't work out or whatever, but in the end, we started a side band with Kevin because the Blacklist was kind of part-time. So then we started this band with Kevin, so it was me and the old bass player, Stu, the original bass player in Distractions. And Kevin wrote a bunch of songs, and we just started playing them, and just kind of took off from there. And then Davey, we had to wrangle him in a couple times because he wanted to play guitar, then never showed up. And then
Within about 6 months after our first show, you finally came in.
And then after that, we added Davey, and then started doing some stuff, and then it kind of just evolved. It's been 15 years, so it's Stu left. What,
almost
4 years?
ago.
5 years ago?
5 years ago.
Wow, 5 years ago now.
19 was my first show, or 18? Yeah,
18. Yeah.
18. Yep.
And then, so we released 3 albums with Stu, 1 album now with Mark.
We had a second guitarist for a while because Davey had broken his wrist. So we brought in, Davey just was doing vocals, just frontman, and we brought in our buddy Josh to do rhythm.
So that was Union.
Yeah, Union.
But overall, it's just it was just kind of and the whole thing is we just, this is what we do, kind of have fun. There's no pressure.
It started as a side project, and it just kind of went on from there.
We practice once a week. We don't take ourselves too seriously. Just like to have fun and do what we do or whatever. We all have jobs, you know, like we have no expectations of making it big, but it's just having fun as a band.
Yeah, doing what we've all loved to do, you know. I mean, just
And for
fucking rock.
that to last for 15 years, it's kind of amazing, really. You know,
I think if we had taken ourselves more seriously, we probably
broke
wouldn't.
up. Yeah,
we
we
probably
wouldn't
wouldn't be here right now. But
yeah.
it's just an endearing quality that we just don't give a fuck half the time. So it's just like, let's just rock and drink and make good music that we like.
It was funny because I've been in the band 5 years, but for 20, 25 years I've known these guys, but just played in different bands. So when they asked me, I'm like, yeah, this is an easy transition. It's right down the street. Drink beers on a Tuesday night, and yeah, basically, okay.
Or Wednesday.
I'm in.
Thursday.
Sold.
Wednesday, Thursday, or Sunday at one point.
I have a picture of you and I with you when you have hair.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
back in the
Yeah.
day. So we've known we've all
I
kind
remember
of
when you were in high school.
I remember when you were in high school.
So, real quick, when you broke your wrist, did you walk away?
He did not.
Went to the emergency room.
He waited there for a little bit, brother.
No.
Which was the craziest time because like we had some decent
Like
show
almost 10
offers at the
years
time. Like we had some like show offers to play Red City Radio in
Yeah.
Fort Wayne, and like
Yep.
we had like
Broke
you know,
it that week.
yeah, we
Oh,
just
no
basically
shit.
had to cancel
Yeah.
some stuff and like not be able to play some stuff that would have been awesome, but you know it is what it is. And, like you know, like in the end, like Josh coming to the band, like added a lot of energy. You know, we did that for a little bit until he left, and then but at that time when like Josh was done, it was like all right, let's put, you know, Davey played guitar again. You know, but we did like punk rock prom during that time. Like that was actually 8 years
Both
ago
of them.
today.
Yeah.
2015, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 8 years ago today. Like that was like a big thing for us. Like we played like 3 hours, learned a shit ton of covers, which we play some covers, but not really.
60 songs, I think, is what we learned.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
And like
About 60.
that was the first punk rock prom we did. Like I just watched the video before I came to practice it. Like
Yeah.
we were playing
There was a video.
yeah, it was like Blink-182 and I Green Day with the song, whatever it goes, Basket Case.
I didn't know there was a video. Oh shit.
There's a handful of them out there. It was just my memories on Facebook today.
Oh, right on. See, those cool memories. Plus, I mean, plus we're filming this interview today as well. But that is really cool. So, like, I mean, I have seen you guys mostly play originals. When I've seen you guys, like, what covers do you throw in occasionally?
It's been varied over the years. Like currently, it's been some Descendants, some
that's
Bad
right.
Religion.
Yep. Still do face to face.
Face covers.
Elvis Costello.
Elvis Costello. That was a fun one. Still.
Tom Petty.
Goo Goo Dolls.
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones.
No Effects. Like over the years, we've done a handful of like we did.
Ivy.
Up Ivy. Yeah.
We did Kelly Clarkson.
We did.
Wait, which song?
Since You've Been Gone.
Oh, of course.
That was when I broke my wrist.
Yeah. So we were playing it then, like
As a
yeah, so we were playing. Yeah, we played a
guitar.
4-piece, whatever, for a little bit.
Halloween show.
So yeah, we just did like a handful of just like weird covers, like like that. You know, we probably have done some stuff like some Sloppy Seconds and some stuff that just like just didn't go over well. You know,
Yeah, we saved
like,
most of that shit for the punk rock prom. I mean,
we played a shit ton there. Like
Yeah.
one off, like it's like you always have to like try to find like covers or like it's like there's a lot of great songs out there, but getting crowd reactions to that like for some like obscure cover that you really love is pretty hard.
And it's a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a challenge.
So you have to kind of like pick something that's like, yeah, I think everybody will know this song. It's like,
Semi-popular.
like Bikeage, we've been playing that for a little bit, like from Descendants. Like most people can sing along with that song, so it's like, that as well.
If you know punk and any for the most part you've heard that song at least.
Definitely. Well, it was funny. I mean, last time I saw you guys at the Well Basement, I believe.
Yeah.
With Bombcats, who called you guys the Descendants, which was funny. And then you wound up playing a cover song by the Descendants.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That was a fun show. That was my first time there at the Well Basement. That was a fun show.
Yeah, that was an awesome ball show actually, because like Colin, the drummer from Bombcats, is originally from here, so like.
Oh, okay.
So like a lot of people came to see him because he hasn't been in town really for like a long time. So like that was a nice show like there, and like a little warm down there, but it'll work.
Yeah, well.
It could have been worse. It could have been dead of summer.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
April at least.
Yeah, it was the day before Easter. Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
That's wild, but no, that's a really great show. But I do got a question for you guys. Not a question I usually ask. I haven't asked in a while, but I'm going to ask you guys. If you had to pick 2 songs from your discography to show someone who has not listened to the Distractions before, which 2 would you pick?
Oh, wow. 21 Questions probably, and In Stereo. I think those are like our 2 like
super fast pop punk, and then
from all the feedback I've gotten from like buddies, like, cause I'll send stuff to people here and there. Like, they're always like, I got a guy, like the guy that runs a record farm, Matt Swisher.
Oh yeah.
Down in Logansport. I'll send him stuff and be like, dude, yeah, this is the song, jam this. You know, it's like I trust him pretty well. So, you know, Matt, you're great, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, two really awesome picks. What do you guys usually end the set with? Is that
That's in stereo.
In stereo, yeah.
No, okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
That's
Sometimes
the
we switch
That's
it up.
the radio hit.
The radio hit.
Like you'd have to bleep some words.
Yeah.
It's a radio edit hit.
That's never been played on the radio.
We should at some point do a radio edit of it just for shits and giggles.
I don't know if well, like, so John Sheets does a radio show down in was it the college down in Muncie. Yeah, he does like every Wednesday.
Ball State. Well, that's a college down there. But.
No, it's not Muncie. It's somewhere like he does a college like radio thing, whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's every Wednesday night or whatever. And his name's John Sheets, and I can't remember, like it's WCEI or something like that. But he somehow edits some stuff because he always has like clean versions of our songs we'll play a lot of times.
Oh, so we have.
But I'm not sure if he's ever done in stereo though.
You guys get some royalties.
We got to. Yeah, well, he's making money off of us. So
He's not making.
I'm kidding. We're not making this.
Spotify's playing us plenty. We're making
Yeah,
so
we're
much
making
money.
5 cents. It's fine. It's alright.
Well, to clarify, nobody's making money.
No.
You think I make money off of this? Of course I don't.
But yeah, but somehow like, he edits some stuff. I don't know like what he does.
He probably has a whole other band playing our song. Which sounds better.
It's cover. It's actually a cover.
It's a cover band. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
I don't know. Probably not.
I'm gonna start a Distraction cover band now.
So are we.
Yeah.
The Descendants.
Distractions.
Yeah.
Destruction. The destructions.
Oh.
Distractors.
Distractors. We've been called that before too. Yeah.
Which one was the band? The Destructors back in the day. So you
Yeah.
made the Distractors and spelled with K.
Heck yeah, dude.
Is that gonna be the next evolution of Distractions now?
Maybe. Could be.
Is that the-
We've kicked around doing just a cover band project every once in a while, but
Yeah, we have. Like, we thought about that.
if we just had the time to
make money.
just make
For the
money.
band.
To make money to fund the band.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Buy
it's
more
like,
equipment.
Yeah.
you know, or just pay for
And since
recordings.
punk rock shows are few and far between half the time during the year, so it's like, yeah, what the hell? We can do a cover
It's
band.
like, do a cover band, go play at the garage, go for 3 hours there, and like, make a decent amount of money. Like, do that like once every month, like once a month.
Edit this out because someone's gonna steal that idea.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure probably someone has.
Yeah.
Alright, we gotta start that tonight, guys.
Yeah. That's right.
Start working out so you can play 3 hours.
That's what they're gonna be practicing.
Well, actually, we actually we're supposed to do another punk rock prom, so
That's
Oh, are you?
spring. Well, yeah, Mike was talking to us about the other day, so.
It always gets asked.
Oh, he was?
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you asked me like at the 15th anniversary show, so
Ah.
so we could spend some time during the winter doing that.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Well. We'll have to
And
see
then
what
start
happens.
our
See what happens.
distractor,
Punk Rock Prom 3.
punk rock prom 3, and then
PRP 3.
start our cover band at the same
Rise of the
time.
Machines.
Rise of the Machines.
Yeah, Rise of the yeah, exactly right.
20 years from now, they'll be like, how many punk rock proms were there? 6.
Rise of the Bird Drones.
Genesis.
So if I was gonna say context, we were talking about Terminator before this interview. Which, if you didn't know, there's 6 movies. I didn't know.
We won't bring up anything else we talked about, though.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Well, as long as Mark's truck doesn't get towed, we'll be fine.
Yeah. It's on.
Is it still there? We still good?
Alright.
Or my car too. I need it still. But it's back on you guys. So which members kind of generate the song ideas first, or is it collectively all of you guys?
We all come with that.
Now, collectively.
Like
Everyone.
the ones we're working on right now, I think every one of us has brought one to the table. I think you brought 2 of them to the table, but every one of us has brought a song to the table. It's just basically how we.
It's a little bit of everything. Like some of us just write riffs and music or whatever, and then
We all had transition.
Somebody else has to figure out
somebody else has to
Transition
figure out the
ideas.
words.
Yeah.
Some people just bring complete songs. It just depends on whatever like it's. But it's more like it's like but even like when something comes through, whatever
it's a group effort.
it's not And sometimes it's like in the past, like it's just been like here I get this riff, and we write a song in practice, and all of a sudden it becomes something like I think Hate Me was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just like a song, and that was
An idea.
an idea at the beginning of practice, and it just turned into Hate Me in the end.
No, right, have they brought you any song where you're like, how am I supposed to write lyrics to this?
Oh, all the time.
All the time.
That's not
HCFSU.
Yeah.
Here to fuck shit up. That's one of the songs that.
I wrote that.
Yeah, you were.
We had all the
He wrote the
music,
lyrics.
but I couldn't think of anything for it
Yeah.
until I don't know the night that
Until you started fucking up.
I needed to write lyrics for it because we were recording it.
Yeah.
So the night before,
Yeah.
I wrote. Yeah, I kind of had the chorus, but yeah,
Which that was all.
it's a struggle.
That was all.
sometimes to write
Oh, yeah,
lyrics.
definitely.
Yeah. I think I was just like, off their heads came out with Home for whatever reason. Like I wrote that song after listening to that album a handful of times. So it's slight off their heads ripoff.
Kevin's the other lyric writer too.
Yeah. But then
That's-
I write lyrics. I write a novel. So
much.
and he hates
Too many words.
it when I
words.
write my novel.
And sometimes I just come up with like the one thing I was like, yeah, drinking and get drunk. Write a song about that.
Yeah, that was another one.
Or break the wrist. Yeah, write a song about run, break the
Yeah,
wrist.
but I wrote the lyrics for that.
Actually, Breaking the Wrist was the first
That's all I
time
had.
that
That's all I had.
That was
Break
the
wrist,
you
so.
the
wrote
whole band was
yeah.
involved in writing the lyrics for because I had ideas
Yeah.
and nothing else. So we sat down.
Yeah, it was
We
just
don't
like
do
an
that
hour and a
very
half.
often,
Yeah.
ever.
I don't know, right on it. And, well, I like how you said, I started with ideas, which is
Yeah.
just good. That's what you gotta start with.
Yeah. Whether they're good or bad, we'll find out later.
I mean, but you guys work it out, though. You make it work with everything. I do know, because, wow, we're already 16 minutes into this interview. I still got quite a few things to discuss, so I do need to transition to the 15-year anniversary show.
Sure.
I did want to talk about it. Unfortunately, I could not make it out, but I saw some videos and photos, talked to some people. I heard it was an awesome night. So curious for you guys, how was it from your perspective? How was the show?
Oh,
It was fun.
It was a great time. Like, like just that venue in by itself, like Martha's Midway is like just a place you don't get to play very often as a punk band, of course. So it's just like, but it's still in Mishawaka. I think there's a lot of history there. It was just cool. Like, Bill called me and was like, hey man, I got the show, blah, 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 do you guys want to play? And I was like, well, yeah, let's do our 15th anniversary show there. So we kind of just made it into that, and like, in the end, it was like, we had a great turnout for the most part, like, it's summertime, so you can't expect a lot. But we did have a decent amount of people out there, and like, I think everybody had a lot of fun, like, and even then, like, we planned to play a longer set anyway, just to kind of cover the entire, like, catalog to some degree. Stu came in, we brought him back, he played 3 songs with us, did some background vocals, and overall, it was just a good party, like fun with everybody, being able to play all the songs, and like just even at the end, it was like we played even extra songs that we weren't expecting to play.
Yeah, and everybody had a good time. All the bands were
are great.
Time.
That was the whole thing. It was just like from the beginning to the end, like Superbike was awesome. Really got everything started like great, and like.
Half Bill
Holmes.
Half Bill Holmes, like Mark played drums.
I filled in for them for drums because their drummer couldn't make it, so we had 3 or 4 practices and did their set.
And I could barely finish
Only
our
cut out a
set,
few
so
songs.
I could barely finish our set in time. So I was like, Mark, you can have it.
And Flamingo, like after not being around for a little bit, like they have like the Give Ups are basically playing with Jake now as Flamingo now, and like have them come back and play for the first time in years was awesome.
Yep.
And then just to get up there on stage, just like I don't know, it was just a great time, like to have everybody loving it and just singing along and all that stuff. So it was a good time.
All right, I'm glad. I saw some videos from it. Looked like awesome time. And, unfortunately, I had another commitment that day and I couldn't make it. I do wish I could have, but I'm going to see you guys hopefully at some
We'll
point.
have a 16-year.
Yeah, 16. Are you going to play bass and drums at the same time at some point?
Probably not, no.
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
I have nothing to do. That'd be great.
You stand like
Well, we gotta talk to you about that later.
Do Stu
No,
backgrounds.
I've been knowing this coming.
So for you guys, for each of you, do you have a favorite song on Perform Live?
Kevin definitely loves to play Break the Wrist.
That's his favorite song. Yeah.
That is your favorite song?
No.
Okay.
It's a lie.
It's a joke.
Mine's still like it fluctuates between Distracted and Too Long for me.
Okay.
I know it's fun for me.
I do like I know. In stereo.
Series always fun.
That's,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
one where you get the response. I guess.
There's
21 questions though.
We've been playing them for so many years. They're all fun to play. If they weren't fun to play and like
They're
our
all fun
favorites,
playing them,
we
yeah.
wouldn't play them. You know, so it's
I like Hypocrite.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a good like fast song.
Most of it's
But-
good still. It's a fun time. But they all have their own little
You're probably better off
Yes.
asking us like, what's the song you don't like to play?
break the wrist.
Break the wrist with this guy.
It's definitely on our next set list.
Anything out of his
This
shit
is
ton of
kinda
fucking
amazing.
solos that we haven't played in forever that I have to rememorize.
Anything I have to sing.
Anything you have to sing.
Any fast song, three songs in a row, cause like we like just like to bust them out. Like,
Ooh,
yeah, he hates that.
Kill me. That's alright.
too many words.
Too many singing, too many words, too many solos.
Too fast. Yeah.
Alright, well maybe next interview I'll ask what the least favorite song is. Maybe next time. What do you guys absolutely hate?
We couldn't agree on the art as a whole.
No.
There's no way we could
No.
agree on one song.
Yeah.
No,
it's-
that would break up the band.
Yeah.
Okay, well I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the
I think
reason.
there's
Yeah, don't Yoko us, man.
Like,
That
everybody's
question would
probably
Yoko
got
us.
the one song was like, dude, I don't fucking play this goddamn song again. I definitely have a couple of those.
Yeah.
But usually it's like I have to play a bunch of leads, or a lot of times like if stuff's in the same key, it's like, or in similar patterns, it's like we can't play these back to back because I'll get them confused.
Well, I think there was the Welsh show where you said you were going to play one song and then like, no wait, hold on, we got to play this one instead. Like I think you.
Yeah, no, we did that from time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that from time.
Yeah, I
to
think
time.
we
if
subbed a song.
depending upon
Yeah.
how the set's going, we'll say like, yeah, no, we're not.
Probably
doing that.
alcohol induced, right? I don't know.
At the
Oh, not
well.
as well. We
Not
played
the
slower.
well, no.
No, I think you switched out, or you said we were going to play one song.
Yeah.
And like, I forgot. One of you said we
It
were
was
going to play
something
this
on the
song.
rotation.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
swapped the song out.
Yeah,
I remember, but I don't remember what.
I don't remember what it was
We
either.
added songs.
I don't even remember why.
We always add songs.
We added 2 songs.
Put a microphone in front of me, say, hey, let's do another song.
That's pretty much what happened.
As
Yeah.
he's dying.
I don't care. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that was the show where I passed out on the drums after the set.
Sticky dummy.
Yeah, it was great. Alright, as we close out this interview soon, but I do have to ask, what are kind of the rest of the plans for Distraction for the rest of this year, 2023 and early 2024?
New songs.
New
New
songs.
songs.
Work on new songs.
Yeah, we've
So we got
got
5 new songs right now that we started working on, and like
kind
8
of.
months ago.
They're-
9
yeah.
months ago.
They're done.
They're done.
Yeah, they're
Just need to
done.
be recorded.
So,
Like 5 or 6 more.
we're either gonna do an EP or try to like get, like basic. We're getting towards winter, so like winter time's like writing time.
New
Or
album.
like so it's like we'll probably just try to buckle down at that point. Play less shows, buckle down, write a full album, and get that out. You just get that done again. Whatever.
Come out swinging next year,
Like
spring.
like we got some, the 5 songs were really good that we had. Like it's actually like we spent some time on those already, and like not as fast. So that's kind of a different thing for us. Like because we love to play 120 beats per minute or more.
Yeah.
I like solos.
So like changing that dynamic, like it allows you to do a couple more different things, like playing a little slower,
We could play more technical on the drums, and
or just everything's
more technical.
It's easier. It's blaze.
I can breathe.
Yeah.
So probably still gonna be a couple fast songs will come out of that, but in the end, but I think right now it's like mostly writing all brand new songs and getting that done. Like
We've got one show left
booked.
right now for the year that we've got booked so far, and that's in September in Fort Wayne. September 8th at O'Sullivan's, and then after that,
We hit football season. Mark runs a bar, so
So that's
yeah.
it gets a little harder for us to play a bunch of shows during that time. So it's like, let's just buckle down. At this point, there's no real reason to play. Shows come up, like we'll play them, of course, but like we're not gonna probably actively book throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah,
But if something comes up, we can get something. Like we'll do that. But I think the biggest thing is like let's do that. We'll demo some stuff, record it, and then record it for real. Which we record everything ourselves. Like for the most part, we'll do all that. Just probably spend some time getting all that dialed in, then find somebody to mix and master it for us, and then get it out or one way or the other.
Something like that.
Yeah. We basically always self-release. On the Smoking Cat label, which is just like our thing that we
Pseudo
have.
label.
Yeah, our pseudo label.
Is it a cat smoking a cigarette?
Yeah.
Yeah, the logo is. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
We got a fedora on.
no, but like, well, there is one logo with. I think it does have it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Like, Todd Serbeck made a logo for us back in the day, or whatever. Like, we don't really use that. We just go back to the original logo, which is like it's like a line drawing of a cat with a cigarette in his mouth, whatever. But yeah, but it's just like we did that, and like that's just more or less like a micro label. Just we have like a label.
It's mainly just a server now for our music.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but no, I look forward to hearing more new music from you guys. Really dig your music. Look forward to hearing what else you guys come up with. Plus, I look forward to seeing you guys hopefully at a show at some time. So, real quick, where are the best places to find Distractions online?
So the Distractions Punk is our basically thing. So like Facebook, the Distractions Punk, Instagram, the Distractions Punk, Bandcamp, the Distractions Punk,
YouTube, Distractions Punk.
Yeah. So basically, like if you just look up that for any of those,
Spotify, I think it just comes up as Distractions now. But
yes,
there's a couple other distractions on there, but
yeah, Spotify's split up. Like Apple Music's all split up now. It's like we actually have our own. So like, there's a handful of Distractions bands, and unfortunately, like when we picked the band name 15 years ago, we didn't quite realize all that. And I think there's been a couple more that have popped up since then. Yeah. So maybe we should change our name to the Distractors. I don't know.
Yeah.
Distractions with a K.
Just change the spelling.
Will not.
Should have copyrighted it.
Will not ban.
D-Y.
We will not.
So yeah. So we kind of messed up with that a couple years ago. But it's like we're out there like the main thing is the the Distractions Punk, all one word. You can pretty much find us for everything.
Well, I'll make it a little bit easier. I'll leave some links in the description of this podcast as well. Please check out and support them. Really awesome band. I really dig them, so please check them out. But had a great time hanging out with you guys again. Really appreciate chatting with you guys. It's nice to see you all.
Oh yeah,
again.
Definitely did.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Of course. For all the distractions, I'm your host always, Matthew Thomas. Thanks so much for watching, listening to Super Cool Radio. And remember, stay frosty.
Stay frosty.